Ladies and gentlemen, the ceremony will begin in 2 minutes. Please move to your seats at this time. Ladies and gentlemen, Colonel Lear, Command Sergeant Major Inman, Command Sergeant Major Arnold, distinguished guests, family and friends, on behalf of Lieutenant Colonel Carl Bergman, Command Sergeant Major Jason Leeworthy, and the cadre of the 1st Battalion 507th Parachute Infantry Regiment, welcome to the graduation of Alpha Company, Class 2314. Please stand for the singing of our national anthem, given by Sergeant Caitlin Torres, and remain standing for the invocation by Chaplain Smith.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we've hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we've watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Hear the invocation with me. God, today we thank you for a beautiful Airborne Day. God, we come to celebrate America's newest airborne paratrooper standing before me. God, we are very humbled to think of the men and women who have protected our nation's freedom through airborne operations. And God, I thank you for the cadre who have trained our newest airborne paratroopers to stand ready to continue to protect that freedom. For family and friends who have traveled today, may they have a special sense of love and pride for their loved ones. God protect them as they travel home. Airborne all the way. Amen.
Please be seated. An American general by the name of Billy Mitchell first conceived the idea to parachute troops into combat against a hostile force. At the outbreak of World War II, Russian and German paratroopers spearheaded the assaults. The effectiveness of these troops startled the whole world. There was no longer any doubt about the power and capabilities of this newly created instrument of war. In early August 1940, the American giant finally woke from its dream of isolation and began an all-out program to produce you, the American paratrooper. Today, students attending the basic airborne course are volunteers, just as they were in 1940 during the initial stages of the airborne program. They volunteer from the United States Army, Navy, Air Force, Marine Corps, and the Coast Guard, as well as some allied countries. In addition to being a volunteer, a student must meet certain prerequisites of the course. He or she must be in good physical health and meet certain physical fitness requirements, since over 90% of the training is physically strenuous and involves bodily contact with the ground. Up to 520 students begin the course each week, with one of the 3 training companies. The trainers, or black hats, conduct the course in 2 phases. The first is a training phase composed of ground and tower week and consists of a series of progressive lectures coupled with practical work on the many apparatuses in the airborne course. Each of the apparatuses is designed to teach one or more of the 5 basic jump techniques which, when properly executed, will ensure a safe parachute jump. The company started training 3 weeks ago, on the 27th of May, with 455 students. Today, 319 soldiers, sailors, airmen, and Marines are pronounced paratroopers. The attrition rate indicates not only the difficulty of the airborne course, but also serves to clearly demonstrate the dedication to excellence, courage, and determination of the students standing before you. You have every reason to be proud of them.
Company! Good! Sir, Alpha Company reports successful completion of airborne training of 319 paratroopers! Ready to graduate. Airborne. All the way. Parade! Parade! Right!
Ladies and gentlemen, the commander of Alpha Company, 1st Battalion, 507th Parachute Infantry Regiment, Captain Michael Slapping.
Distinguished guests, family, friends, and paratroopers both past and present, welcome to the graduation ceremony for Class 2314. Standing proudly before you are 319 of the newest soldiers, sailors, airmen, and Marines of the airborne community. Over the last 3 weeks, Class 2314, like all those who've come before them, endured countless hours conducting PLFs, exiting mock doors and towers, and finally facing their fears by safely exiting a high-performance aircraft traveling 130 knots, 1,250 feet above the ground. The paratroopers you see in this formation successfully performed their 5 qualifying jumps this past week and have earned the title of paratrooper. To Class 2314, as you pin on your airborne wings here shortly, remember those wings are not just a badge, but a symbol of the lives sacrificed by fellow paratroopers in the past. Uphold the honor of being a paratrooper in all that you do as you move on to the next phase of your career. I cannot allow you to graduate until I first recognize the cadre who brought you to this point. The instructors you see around this formation are known as black hats. The black hat is a symbol of the highest standards in the airborne community, and it was the black hat who watched your every move, corrected your every mistake, inspected every inch of your equipment, and ensured you all exited the aircraft safely. These are by far the finest instructors in the Army. With their attention to detail and unrelenting enforcement of safety, they ensured each of you were ready and successfully became paratroopers. Airborne, remember your training, keep your feet and knees together, and I'll see you on the drop zone. Airborne, all the way, honors from the sky.
Company! Good! Company! Good! Airborne! Houses to be honored! Out! Parade! Parade! Right!
At this time, selected members of Alpha Company will be recognized. The first paratrooper to be recognized is the company guidon bearer, Private Cox. He will receive his wings from Lieutenant Colonel Bergman. The next paratrooper to be recognized is the youngest member of the company, the Keeper of the Wings. The Keeper of the Wings is Private Hutchinson. He has carried this set of wings throughout the 3 weeks of training as a symbol of spirit in the company. He will receive his wings from Lieutenant Colonel Bergman. The Airborne School selects a cadet, enlisted, non-commissioned officer, and officer honor graduate for each cycle. The honor graduates are selected for their attention to detail, self-discipline, physical fitness, and ability to master all training tasks. The honor graduates receive a letter of commendation from the battalion commander and a special diploma. The cadet honor graduate is Cadet Winning from 1st Platoon. He will receive his wings from Lieutenant Colonel Bergman. The enlisted honor graduate and recipient of the Red King Award is Specialist Curtis from 4th Platoon. He will receive his wings from Lieutenant Colonel Bergman. The NCO honor graduate and recipient of the Walter T. Morris Award is Sergeant King from 3rd Platoon. He will receive his wings from Lieutenant Colonel Bergman. The officer honor graduate and recipient of the William T. Ryder Award is Captain Colini from 2nd Platoon. He will receive his wings from Lieutenant Colonel Bergman. Every class, the black hat who made the most significant training and leadership impact on the class is recognized during the graduation ceremony. Today, Staff Sergeant Cazellos from 2nd Platoon has been selected as an instructor of the cycle. Staff Sergeant Cazellos being presented with a battalion certificate of achievement by Lieutenant Colonel Bergman in recognition of this outstanding accomplishment. Please give the honor graduates a round of applause. The United States Army Airborne legacy began here in the summer of 1940. That legacy continues to live on and perpetuate itself through all great paratroopers of the past and the present. It is only fitting that we recognize the paratroopers of the past and the present here today. Would all graduates of the United States Army Airborne School please raise your hands? If you are a graduate of the Airborne School and you have a son, daughter, grandson, or granddaughter graduating with the class, please come forward at this time and position yourself alongside the company commander, Captain Slapik. This portion of the ceremony is only for paratroopers with children or grandchildren graduating today. There will be another opportunity during the graduation ceremony for friends and other family members to pin their wings on their loved ones. Second and third generation paratroopers, move forward and position yourselves in front of your family members. Family members, feel free to move forward and take photographs at this time. As a reminder, Department of Defense policy strictly forbids the issuance of blood wings. Your cooperation in this matter is greatly appreciated.
53rd generation paratroopers. Company! 2. Attention! Airborne! First sergeant, send the way. All the way, sir. Airborne. Open ranks! Open ranks! Push! Go, sergeant. Send the way. All the way, first sergeant. Send the way. Send the way. All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, the first sergeant has directed the instructors to present the wings. At this time, please feel free to move forward and pin the wings on your new paratroopers. We urge any family members who need assistance in locating their paratroopers to please come forward to the boards located behind the bleachers. Again, we ask